Hello, my name is Hertz Cassius, and I am a senior regulatory associate and team leader at Pagero, part of Thomson Reuters, now the larger Thomson Reuters organization. My background professionally is currently in e-invoicing and CTC, but my educational background is in economics. So I've obtained a bachelor's and master's degree in economics, and that has now catapulted me into the world of VAT, indirect tax, e-invoicing, and CTC. After my being catapulted into the world of e-invoicing, CTC, digital reporting requirements, and tax, I have found myself being a part of the Thomson Reuters One Source with Co-Counsel general umbrella. So we provide a myriad of services solved by one powerful, I guess, cloud platform, right? Encompassing everything from tax research, trust tax, information reporting, e-invoicing, and the like. This is a cloud-based platform and a series of solutions and products to empower our clientele with automating their processes from point A to point B efficiently and effectively.
Yes, Hurt, thank you, first of all, for supporting us in our conference. So, with what topics are you coming to the conference?
So we'll be coming to the conference with two topics. My colleague Nadine will be discussing e-invoicing and tax compliance from that perspective, but I will be discussing VITA or VAT in the digital age and kind of expressing how, the EU's sweeping legislation will impact not only cross-border trade, but domestic trade, right? And how those things are supposed to be harmonized and what perspective also taxpayers should be looking at, kind of addressing them, tackling them, and weaving them into their standard processes when it comes to, let's say, supply chain and similar.
Mhm. So this is a hot topic, especially in this multinational context. So if you're just acting on a domestic way, it might be a little bit more easier, but in a multinational way, we have so different regulations as already in Europe on this topic. So how should we address these challenges? How do we get along with it?
That's a very good question. And I argue that automation is the ship that keeps you afloat. And when it comes to dealing with these different, let's say, obligations and mandates on even a global scale, they are indeed very diverse, very different, very unique to different markets. But once you automate your processes, you're in the best position to be agile to address them, whether it's for cross-border trade in the EU, obviously, as Vita will kind of take a stronghold on and require taxpayers to address, right? Or if it's domestic obligations within the European Union, having an automated solution, likely in a cloud-based format or network format, will provide you the best, I guess, bang for your buck, let's say, right? To tackle all of these things. But once again, it's not limited to just the European Union or Europe, right? These different mandates in, let's say, Malaysia, Singapore, the United Arab Emirates, while they may be similar, they're different and unique. And so having a service provider that aligns with your values and gets you from A to B in a way that is sufficient and efficient for your business is definitely paramount. So those are some of the challenges that we see, right? Some of the I guess, disharmonization across the globe when it comes to these mandates. But the best way to harmonize your personal processes is to once again collaborate with an organization that provides a solution that aligns with your values.
Mhm. So if we talk about automation, all these business cases and activities, we might have some variances also in the different business activities. How do we handle this if we go along this automation pathway, where normally automation is always like based on rules and defined settings and so on?
That's a very good question. And I think going both the path of automation, but also, let's say, agility is definitely paramount. You can't completely get rid of the human touch, right? Because once again, there's a lot of variance in different scenarios involved. So aligning with someone that, once again, shares your values and understands, let's say, your core competencies where you need that automation assistance is definitely paramount. Of course, automation comes with its set of rules and it's a bit fixed, but that doesn't mean that it can't be, let's say, configured to your unique circumstance. There's always potential for that, right? So when we talk about things like ERP agnosticism or industry specific tailoring for solutions, those are very real, right? And then even in the space of, let's say, using AI and similar to further configure those aspects, that's a very real possibility. So when it comes to your unique business case, that doesn't preclude automation, right? All of these things can be woven in, but it comes down to one, a solution that satisfies your base requirements, but also a conversation to see how, once again, this solution can be further configured to be unique and tailored to you in specific.
Great. Thank you very much for this interview and looking forward to your talk.